Have you ever wondered what happens if you give your all and still fall short? One day, a student turned to his master and asked a question many of us have silently carried in our hearts. What if I try and fail? The master didn't scold or lecture. He simply smiled and replied, then try again. Just like the river that encounters a rock. Does it stop flowing? No. It gently curves, finds a new path, and continues onward. This gentle wisdom teaches us that failure is not the end. It's merely a bend in the path. It's a redirection, not a rejection. The river doesn't resist obstacles. It moves with grace and determination. That's the essence of resilience. Today, let's reflect deeply on something that silently holds so many of us back, the fear of failure. Through the lens of Buddhist philosophy, we'll uncover how to move forward, even when uncertainty looms and outcomes are unclear. Why do we fear failure so deeply? In Buddhist thought, fear, especially fear of failure, is closely tied to attachment, or what's known as upadana. We grow attached to outcomes, to success, to recognition, and to certainty. And from this attachment, fear is born. From early childhood, society conditions us to value success while shunning failure. We're praised when we achieve and often shamed when we stumble. This shapes our belief that to fail is to be less than, to be unworthy, unloved, or insignificant. But in truth, failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. We avoid launching that dream project or opening our hearts in relationships or stepping out of our comfort zones, not because we lack the ability, but because we dread the possibility of failing. What if I'm not good enough? What if others laugh? What if I fall and don't get back up? But Buddhism reminds us, clinging to certainty causes suffering. The more we demand life to go a certain way, the more we suffer when it doesn't. Impermanence, the liberating truth. One of the most profound teachings of Buddhism is anicca, or impermanence. Everything, our triumphs, our losses, our identities, and even our fears, is temporary. Just like seasons change, so do our circumstances. So when we internalize this truth, failure begins to lose its power over us. It no longer defines us. It merely becomes part of the flow of our life. There's a well-known Zen parable about an old farmer whose horse ran away. The neighbors lamented, "What terrible luck." The farmer simply said, "Maybe." Days later, the horse returned, bringing wild horses with it. The neighbors now exclaimed, "What great fortune." Again, the farmer responded, "Maybe." Later, the farmer's son broke his leg while riding one of the new horses. The villagers pitied him, but again, he only said maybe. Soon after, soldiers came to the village to recruit young men for war, but his son was spared because of his injury. The farmer understood something we often forget. Life is neither wholly good nor bad. It simply is. What seems like failure may become a doorway. What feels like misfortune might one day be your biggest blessing. The ego's role in fear, at the heart of our fear of failure, is something deeper. The ego, or in Buddhist terms, atta, the illusion of a fixed self. This ego clings to achievements, titles, and social validation to feel worthy. And when we fail, the ego screams, "You're nothing without your success." But Buddhism challenges this illusion. There is no permanent self to protect. When we let go of the need to prove ourselves, we free our spirit. Instead of asking, "What does this failure say about me?" ask, "What can this experience teach me?" Failure, when approached with humility, becomes a teacher, not a tormentor. Like the lotus in the mud. The lotus flower, one of Buddhism's most sacred symbols, blooms not in clear water, but in muddy pond. Its roots push through darkness, yet it emerges pure and beautiful. Similarly, our failures, the dark, muddy moments, can nourish growth. We, too, can rise untouched by shame or regret if we allow ourselves to learn and grow rather than crumble and shrink. For Buddhist practice is to transcend fear. To truly move beyond fear of failure, we must turn inward. We must quiet the noise and reconnect with our deeper truth. Here are 4 Buddhist practices that can help. 1. Vipassana meditation, insight meditation. This form of meditation teaches us to observe our thoughts without attaching to them. When fear rises, don't fight it. Sit with it. Observe its sensations in your body. Where do you feel it? What images arise? By becoming a gentle witness to your fear, you weaken its hold. You begin to realize that fear is just another passing cloud in the vast sky of your consciousness. With time, this cultivates equanimity, a deep, centered peace that doesn't waver, even in failure. Often, our fear of failure is tied to harsh self-judgment. We scold ourselves even before we fall. Metta softens that inner critic. Start by silently repeating, "May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. May I accept myself as I am." Then, extend these wishes to others. This practice nurtures self-compassion, the most powerful antidote to fear. When you treat yourself with kindness, failure becomes something you can hold, learn from, and move beyond. 3. The middle way, Majjhima Patipada. The Buddha taught the middle way, a path of balance between extremes. Don't fall into the trap of perfectionism, nor should you retreat into apathy. If something doesn't go as planned, adapt. Breathe. Write one sentence, make one call, try one more time. These small actions, done mindfully, slowly transform fear into confidence. And with time, confidence becomes mastery. Courage is in the absence of fear. It's choosing to move with fear, not against it. Peace comes from within. The Buddha once said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." Success, rooted in the external, praise, status, or recognition, will always be fleeting. A calm mind, one that embraces change and doesn't cling to outcomes, is unshakable. No failure can shake a person who stands firmly in their inner truth. So now, the question remains, will you let fear hold you back? Or will you step into the river of life, uncertain but open, and let it carry you forward? Ask yourself, is it truly failure you fear? Or is it the meaning you've attached to failing? If this message stirred something within you, clarity, courage, or calm, share it with someone who might need it today. And if you seek more teachings to help you walk a fearless, peaceful path rooted in Buddhist wisdom, subscribe and journey with us. The river flows. So can you.